a little crazy. Okay. Pixie update regarding her lawsuit against Destiny. Ladies and gentlemen, Destiny is a sex criminal on the internet. Destiny, Stephen Kenneth Destiny Bonnell II, needs no introduction, but we're going to give him one anyway. Destiny is an admitted sex criminal. Even if he is eventually acquitted or found not guilty, he is, in my mind and forever, a person that committed sex crimes. Those being giving away videos of people to strangers that they trusted you with, or maybe even we might find out at some point didn't know were taken. Those are sex crimes. They are crimes that involve sex, and the manipulation of somebody or defrauding them or lying to them or abusing their trust in order to get sex or capitalize on sex is a sex crime. Okay, that's a sex crime. Destiny is a sex criminal. He admitted to doing the things, and that's it. So, like, okay, whatever the courts feel about this situation is what they feel. But as far as I'm concerned, forever and until I'm dead, the man's a sex criminal. And more importantly, an unrepentant sex criminal. I released a video earlier this week or late last week. That was basically a recap summary of all the stuff that's happened since he fucking started addressing stuff. And the most obvious thing in the world has happened. As a wealthy white man, really just a wealthy man. I don't think it's really a racial thing at this point anymore. Kind of everybody's doing it. Shout out P. Diddy. Shout out Bill Cosby. He's tried to crazy make and I don't know, what is it? What is there a verb for turning somebody into a harlotize? He's harlotizing his detractors, which he's done before. To my entire recap of me knowing about Destiny is, as far as a political actor or really just an entertainer in politics, I had a pretty sizable deal of respect for the system that he'd set up around himself in order to find, capitalize on, and propagate talent that would support him retroactively back down the line. Not because it's novel, but because that's how you do entertainment. That's how the entertainment industry works. And not a lot of other people engage in that. What you all call orbiters back in the day, if you ascribe that term to somebody named Roger Corman, his orbiters include Francis Ford Coppola and the guy that made, I think the guy that made Alien 2, a series of people. I'm not going to look it up, but Roger Corman had orbiters. And they're some of the biggest names in Hollywood that ever existed because he put people on and they thought of him respectfully back in the day, and also he put out good content. Like Destiny or hate Destiny, his content was marketable and generally more on the accurate side than the other two people in the big three, because Hassan's shit is just raw, made up half the time, and Vosh doesn't even, he just says things. It's a crapshoot. Unfortunately, like Hollywood, Destiny used that orbiter sphere and his influence in his area to gain sycophants who would support him through anything in both the form of his audience and other creators, and also to collect and sift through and sort a collection of victims, women he would sleep with under illegal circumstances in almost every single other fucking industry that exists. And be abusive to them after the fact in order to cover up his issues by saying, like, okay, yeah, I did a bad thing, but look how crazy and fucking whorish she is. She only wants compensation for things that you should be getting compensated for. And I didn't notice any of that stuff when I started. I didn't know about any of it. And then when I heard about it from a little bit from a distance, I was like, that can't be true because it's literally too fucking insane to be possible. And then the more I learned about the political sphere, I figured out why people that are harshly opposed to somebody like Destiny, like Vosh, would also still not point out those aspects of Destiny's shortcomings. Oh, okay. You all want to fuck people who are put into a vulnerable position under, near, or around you. And you don't want to call that out because you want to keep that door open for yourself down the line. I see that. I see you. I get it, because this is not a novel circumstance. This is not a YouTube thing, outside of the fact that YouTube happens to fall outside of the compliance issues that are generally mandated or even put into law around other aspects of the creative world, right? In Hollywood, it is considered sexual harassment. It is considered workplace inappropriateness, and you can get sued even though you're not. The dumb fucks in my comments section, shout out Farkas, I know you're going to be in this one too. They think that you're not a coworker unless basically you both work at the same Burger King. They don't understand that the legal definition of coworker is colleagues that work together, coworkers, people that work together in an industry. So your coworkers, if you are a person who gets employed on YouTube, if you just upload videos to YouTube and you don't get paid for it and you have 10 subscribers, you're probably not working here. So it'd be hard for you to have a coworker. But if you work here and you want to use this as a platform or as a methodology to make money, to build your platform, to become somebody, to gain something that would have a fiscal equivalent if it was damaged, then you're a worker here. If there's another person that works here in that same capacity, they are also workers here. You guys are both people that work for the same contractor, and more importantly, people that make money out of the same pool of resources, which is, in this case, the fucking audience of politically minded, left of center individuals who consume this content and the other people around it who hate consume it. That ecosystem. There is no arguing this. That is just the case. Understand that if you're arguing this, it's not because you have an argument. It's because you are desperately trying to hold on to something that shouldn't exist. This is established, written down law for most things. People just don't know that it's supposed to be the case here. If you're the person that is exchanging sexual favors or creating a sexual environment in the workplace, you are a bad person. So if you are fucking other people around you constantly, and especially people that are going to be underneath you in size, in scale, and in influence, and then using your influence to be abusive to them, it doesn't matter how much they had it coming, you're the person that could have chosen as well to not have sex with them. You chose to engage in a sexual relationship with somebody, and then you chose to be abusive to them in order to get them to stop criticizing you from the elevated space of being a paramour. That's why you have to treat women like whores when you are a successful man, because a whore deserves no respect in the eyes of other shitty men. They're whores. They're to be paid and discarded like basically tissues or condoms. Destiny treats women like whores because he wants to violate their consent. I don't think you should treat anybody like that, even an actual legitimate sex worker. I think that those are decent people and bad people in equal measure, you know what I mean? But they have a job. Sex work is work. But these people have to articulate. It's why you saw with the Daniel Green stuff, a lot of people really harping on the presence at all of sex work in Naomi King's story, because a whore can't be raped. They can be negotiated with, but they cannot be raped. That's the point of this. Destiny wants to treat any woman that he has sex with as transactionally as possible, because a prostitute can't complain about you as an equal because they're not in the eyes of the shitty type of men who would watch Destiny religiously and start defending his kind of conduct. That lets them never become your equal. So when they say you're actually a bad guy and you treat women poorly, no, I don't treat women poorly. I treat prostitutes poorly. Prostitutes like you, unwell, single women who use their bodies to make money instead of doing something valuable society, like me, a guy who couldn't use his body to lift 5 fucking pounds off the ground and has whiny piss baby arguments about fucking Israel-Palestine. You know what I mean? Like, what do you think is that much different? You're both just entertainers, really, at the end of the day. That is the whole purpose of that thing that was set up around him. It's very obvious. That's why you don't do it. That's why you don't do it, because it goes in that direction. If you have a relationship with somebody, try to make it work, right? If you have a one-night stand, don't ever have a one-night stand relationship with your coworkers. Don't fuck your coworkers to fuck them. It always makes shit awful. Every time. This is adult advice, okay? Everyone that's worked in the restaurant industry knows exactly what I'm talking about. Fucking Karen comes to work pissed off, and Chris comes in 5 minutes behind her wearing the same clothes from last night, and he's a big crybaby for the rest of the week, and he's, I gotta quit. And then the fucking whole shift is fucked because Chris had to quit because he fucking finally got to sleep with Karen, and Karen wasn't very, very nice to Chris, and he had a big piss fight, and he fucking left, and now we're down a person on the shift because you guys couldn't keep it in your pants, and everyone knew you weren't going to have a real relationship. Just end your fucking employment here and then come back and do it some other time, right? Or try to make it work, right? Don't just go around doing casual hookups. Don't shit where you eat. This is adult advice for adults. I don't know how to say that in more explicit terms. Do not fuck your coworkers as much as you humanly fucking can. It's always a mistake. Doesn't mean you're a horrible person. You're going to burn in fucking hell. Okay? People hook up. It happens. But understand, the moment where you're like, damn, I think this was a mistake, you were correct. It was. If you can avoid it at all, don't do it, because it complicates everything. And your other coworkers that aren't you also are affected because it's still coworkers. You know what I'm saying? That exists in a bar on fucking 14th and Main, and it exists on YouTube too. There is no valuable difference other than the fact that you don't have to go to the same building every day. If you are financially tied to a situation that you have to interact with, and someone else who has had sex with you could fuck that up and they are also part of it, that's why you don't do it. That is just a natural thing. It's a normal thing. I know the people are going to try to argue their way out of this. This is me. Understand, if you're trying to argue this with me, you are a child talking to an adult. Okay. I'm not saying it because it's a moral judgment. I've been there and done that. It's a fucking mistake. Not necessarily a crime. Not even necessarily something that's like a civil issue or even bad. But it's always going to be, fuck. Do you want to have the best possible hookup? You hook up one time with somebody and then you got to go cook fries next to them for 5 months. You know what I mean? Like it complicates things. So, make sure you know what you're doing. It's a very difficult decision to make. If you're above somebody in the hierarchy and you can have control over their pay, over their continued employment, their health insurance benefits, their future in an industry, then it is incumbent on you as a person that is an authoritative position over them to not have sex with them or even engage with them in a relationship way. That is one of the sacrifices you have to make on the way to the top if you want to be a good person. Otherwise, you're going to be Harvey Weinstein. There's only two options. At best, you're a Harvey Weinstein that causes a minimal amount of damage. You get to be Dan Schneider instead, the minimal amount of damage. It's not good. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. The second I heard about this, I was shocked. I was shocked by it. I was like, what? It can't be real. And then the amount of people I had found out that Destiny had fucking had sex with immediately around him, I was like, this is a serious thing. And I guess he's bisexual too, so he hooks up with guys too. The one time he had me up on screen on his fucking program, he was immediately comparing me to other hot actors that he knew of. Oh, who does this look like? The video was about a sex crime. Like, oh, this guy kind of looks like Daniel Radcliffe, and then like a series of other hot guys. Like, yeah, okay, I get it. Other people, yeah, it's a compliment. No. Okay, I know what that is. And then the whole thing kind of came out, obviously, bit by bit. Mine, like me trying to figure out how do you approach this, because he's got a very sycophantic audience that he built up intentionally to let him continue engaging in the kind of behavior he wants to engage in. That's what a predator does. And then it kind of blew up here in the last couple months due to the unnecessary additional victimization of one Pixie. And now they have an ongoing thing. It started off not being too was bad. The situation was bad, but the fallout being dealt with seemed like it was going in the right direction, and then it went completely off the rails. And Destiny has gone from saying, basically like, I'm sorry that this happened to you, thing that I admit it happened, to really, when you think about it, most of these issues are Pixie's fault, and Pixie is a greedy extortionist whore who is trying to destroy me and probably all of the political value I could bring to the world. So I don't even know why she's doing that. And then you're like, wait, hold the fuck on. What about all the other women and stuff too? Or no, we're just going to talk for a straight hour about how bad Pixie is, and then cry that people are pissed off at you about the sex crime that you admitted you did. It's like, yeah, well, if you look down at the thing, like, well, it's still a sex crime. It might not be a criminal specifically in Florida, which I looked up. Like you're kind of ducking out of one thing, and then it seems like you're really, really fucking caught on the other. And I guess we'll have our day in court. But as far as I'm concerned, you act like a sex criminal. I would never trust you around anyone around me. And if Destiny had done any of that shit to a woman that's in my life, like my little sister or something, bro, it would have ended in bloodshed. I say that as a man. just as a man on this earth. You can fucking have a cop come and ask me about it. Like, what happened? Like, yeah, this guy fucking, he records women in secret and shares their nudes and stuff. I said, if anyone ever did that to my sister, I'd probably fuck him up. Cop's gonna be like, well, you can't say that, but like, what would you say, officer? Like, hey, I can't say, but I will say that as a person with a badge, it would, I wouldn't be having the conversation with investigative affairs. I'll tell you that much. Like, this is a human reaction to this. Understand, people that are like on Destiny's side in this thing are fucking freaks. You have to be distrustful of them. Be inherently distrustful of their motivations and them as humans. Because at best, they're just really easy to manipulate. And at worst, they might be pro-rapist because they're a rapist. And that's it. People that willfully engage in sex crimes and predatory behavior deserve no better treatment than the worst of their ilk. Not by the general public, as a level of political prescription towards criminality and the legal system and the justice system. The judges can handle it. The jury can judge. But as far as me and my decisions I'm going to make, I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm going to wait until someone hands down a verdict on you for the thing that you said you did that is disgusting and goes against my inherent construction as a human being. It's one of the few things I feel like I can judge someone on is don't share naked pictures of someone who trusted you with them with other people. Don't even show them to other people, much less share them. You should give, hey, I'm going to include you. You know what I mean? Do you give your text messages with someone else to other people? Like, hey, check out this text message from my ex-girlfriend. Do you know what I mean? Like look at all the things she said about how much she likes me and shit. Yeah, we used to date. Wouldn't that feel like a bit of a incursion? Like, ugh. Isn't that weird? Think what happened to you. Your ex-girlfriend's showing all your old texts. That's it. She's like, oh God, this is how he used to say hi to me. Look at you. He would put these winky faces and stuff. Wouldn't that fuck you up? Now imagine it's you getting fucked by that person, and that person looks like Destiny on top of it and has his reputation online, which means not only is it just a guy, it's a dude who is enemies with misogynist Nazis who already know who you are and are going to use you as a pawn to harm him in a way that will do very little damage to him and will annihilate you almost to the core of your being. This woman was harmed. There is no reason to forgive or be nice to Destiny. I wish only the worst for him. I hate that guy. I can't believe he did what he did after the fact. It makes me hate him even more. It's a growth in a bad feeling. And that's fine. If you feel out there, you're like, I don't want to hate anybody. It's okay to hate certain kinds of people. Sex criminals specifically are fine to hate. It's okay. I give you permission. It's actually like normal. If you saw a guy chop up a homeless person in the middle of the street and start eating him and then said, I'm going to get you next. I'm going to get you. And you're like, I fucking hate that guy. You can hate that guy. I give you permission. If you run across a random homeless murdering cannibal guy, Patrick Bateman, and you're like, I fucking hate that dude. I don't like that. He made me nervous and he killed and ate a homeless guy right in front of me. You can go, I fucking hate that guy. That's fine. There's a limit. Sex crimes, random street cannibals, Destiny people. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. Don't let it ruin your life. Don't let your hate guide you. Just fucking burn it out. Go to the gym. Say, oh, I hate him until you get bored with it. And then when you start feeling a little like, I feel like I had too much, let it go. That's how you get over your bad feelings. Okay. Punch the pillow. Sometimes we have a thing inside of us that hurts. You gotta let it out, or it will give you an ulcer. The thing is progressing. Of course, Destiny tried to blame all this on Pixie. All of a sudden, it kind of came really the fuck out of nowhere. Dude, I don't know how to do all this whitelisting shit immediately, okay? You guys are killing me. But the saga continues. Destiny has retained Bill Cosby's lawyer, which is crazy. It's also a bunch of other guys. It was also there's Bill Cosby, the actual cannibal guy. I can't remember his name. Danny Masterson, the super rapist Danny Masterson from That 70s Show. You remember the guy that was like the cool guy on That 70s Show? Actually, not that cool. Very famous Conan skit now, or interview with him where Conan was like, wow, I think you're going to get a gun. I can't wait for them to arrest you. I think they're going to get you soon. I hope they do. And they're like, okay, Conan's not joking. He just doesn't know how to deal with the fact that this guy is like coming out in basically support of rape on the stand. This is the guy they got for Destiny. It's the, you're busted, buddy. Celebrity lawyer. I don't know how much better of a defense a celebrity lawyer can get you, especially considering what happened with the other clients who were basically permanently ruined. It's almost to a point where, you know, I don't know if this is from Better Call Saul or if it's a thing I made up. I'm just going to give it to Better Call Saul because it's an actual show about lawyers. But lawyers have reputation the way a piece of toilet paper has cleanliness, right? The bigger the shit you wipe up and the better you do with it, the more unclean that toilet paper is going to be. Lawyers are like toilet paper in that way. After a certain point, you can't wipe shit with shit. And having the lawyer that worked with all these guys, some of whom went to jail, is kind of like, damn, so you're really just trying to mitigate the worst parts of this. And I really wouldn't be surprised if there's deeper levels to go. I don't trust that. You can't trust Destiny. You literally can't trust him to have said the truth. He lied about the situation with the facts at hand on video actively during a time where he's like, I have to say everything I say has to be carefully thought of, carefully about. There was Army Hammer. Yes, was correct. That's the name of the cannibal guy. There was a number $15 million that we looked through the entire lawsuit and we still couldn't find it. Like there was, like I still don't have any evidence of this $15 million figure. And if it was brought up once and it's not part of the main negotiations, but he has highlighted specifically trying to call fucking Pixie a fucking whore and saying that she wanted $15 million, which unironically, if you turned me into a sexual laughing stock as a woman with next to no personal like wealth built up that I can rely on once you've destroyed my career and you've humiliated me on the political stage after I trusted you in front of Nazis like Andrew Wilson, big papa fascist, literal fucking Nazi, pro-Nazi guy, fan and friend to Nazis, was tagging her and sharing her and calling her a whore because she fucked Destiny, using her as a fucking pivot by name. Do you know what I mean? Like making fun of Destiny for the things that happened deserved to happen because Destiny fucking made his bed and slept in it with his disreputable and disgraceful behavior. You always, if I wasn't a guy, if you were a guy and you were the victim of revenge porn, I would be the fucking most in your corner you would believe. But you're not a real victim of revenge porn. You are, legally speaking, but you're the victim of your own bad decisions you intentionally made again and again and again. And you're the bottom of all of the harm you caused above you. Like, okay, yeah, if Walter White got shot to death at the end of Breaking Bad, Walter White was murdered. Is Walter White the victim of murder? Walter White, the guy that drove to a drug compound where his former employee / partner was employed as a meth slave and then rigged up a fucking garage door opener, fucking water sprinkler, M60 fucking pig machine gun to shoot a bunch of guys to death. He got shot during that. Actually, he got shot by himself, but imagine one of them shot him at the end. Would he really be the victim of murder in a way where you need to articulate his victimhood first and foremost in order to have a non-biased perspective on the situation? Or is it more to the point that the guy that was collecting a pornography folder on all of his ex-partners that he was sharing without their consent and engaging in duplicitous and unscrupulous sexual behavior with people who trusted him and who maybe had very lopsided relations with him because of the nature of his size of being a creator next to theirs? Because, I mean, we're talking about people like Denims, I think, Cherry, CHAEIRY, Melina, who was his actual wife, is the only person that's like at his size or larger. Pixie, who is a creator, amongst others. Who knows how big the list goes? These are the people that have come out and said that they were victimized that I know of. Maybe your pattern of victimization of women and your direct engagement in criminal activity of sharing their nudes with people well after the end of your relationship and not obtaining permission and doing so haphazardly without due diligence to the person who did it, and doing it so often and so much that you lost track of these nudes for years, to the point where somebody's abandoned fucking Discord account still had information about the naked bodies of other women. Quite possibly, your victimhood in this is actually the least important aspect of the story to any normal person. Are you a victim of a crime? Yes. Are you as much a victim of that crime as, I don't know, Bernie Madoff being punched in the face after he did a Ponzi scheme to a bunch of people for billions of dollars? Yeah, it's more like that. You're a drug dealer, or you're a mafioso guy that gets fucking clipped in the line of duty after doing so many similar crimes to other people. Yes, it has to be investigated, but no, you are not the victim here. The victim here, first and foremost, are the people that you are continuing to victimize with your conduct, your disgraceful and disgusting fucking behavior, and them and them and them, and them and them and them and them and them again, until they're whole for the things that you did to them. And then your negligent fucking activity that any fucking sane person would know was fucking not okay to do. Then we can get into that. Oh yeah, it was bad that person you should never have trusted because they were a 19-year-old anon fucking, apparently, I've heard this, I don't know if it's true. I wouldn't be surprised. An actual fucking female groiper, neo-Nazi community member, you shared nudes with them. Not like a partner, not someone that had been in a position of trust and personal knowledge with, who you'd met in person. You know what I mean? A fucking Discord rando. Like, you're out of your fucking mind. Like, yeah, you're legally speaking a victim, but holy fuck. And then the flipping it on Pixie is just completely unforgivable. It's beyond forgivable. It's you. Every time this guy has any sort of contact with anyone that could benefit his career and doesn't know about this, they need to be informed. Like, if you find out that he's been talking to this or that congressperson, you should talk to that congressperson so that they know to disavow their meeting with him. And if they're not like okay with it, just figure out what committees they're on in Congress or locally, and contact those people to let them know that this guy that abuses women is in direct contact with your party, and he is a ongoing deficit to your political aspirations for people who I give a fuck about. If this is controversial to you or a step too far, you're my enemy and I must destroy you. Name yourself so that I may see you at the end of my blade. It's the only way to fucking respond to that. There is no kind conversation to happen. The victimization is ongoing. Do you know what I mean? It's not like he apologized. He didn't fucking end this. He didn't settle yet. Pixie's still engaged in this. He's going to try to destroy her, as he said. That's where we are with this. And people are okay with that kind of behavior. And this shit needs to be quashed. Out of my side of the aisle, you righties can have it. I know you guys like to shit on women. That's fine. I am not going to be the person that fucking bridges the gap between my side of the aisle and the other side of the aisle over the fucking bloodied bodies of millions of women. I know the connection between left and right or center cannot be built on a fucking rope bridge of women. Do you know what I mean? Like that is like, no, that is not oh, hey, I didn't know you guys were actually fucking cool like that. You'll cover up a rape. You'll cover up a sex crime. I know you're one of the bros, right? You are not going to give a prostitute got raped. Come on now. I mean, I knew you were cool. You know, we got some disagreements on economics. No, it's all going to fail anyway. Might as well destroy the whole fucking thing. Hey, dude, Indiana Jones that shit. Boom, 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 boom. We're all going to the fucking Ganges, baby. We're hitting the rocks. All the way down to the crocodiles, homie. To the pits. There is no victory to win if those are the immediate costs. You gotta be forgiving and understanding of some millionaire who just had a bad day and fucking victimized some chicks. But I mean, look, they weren't on their lithium. They should have fucking known better. She's 19. I mean, what? She didn't know how the fucking internet worked? Yeah, she trusted me, and I was in my early 30s with a fucking child. You out of your fucking mind, bro? Where on earth can you say that shit to people outside of the fucking internet? And you shouldn't be able to survive the reputational hit from it. So I don't accept it. Not on my team. Not on any team that I'd be remotely connected to. People are like, you just cut off people. Yeah. How do you not? Like, bro, What if someone does that to you? I would respect them. What do you mean? Don't cover up crimes for people. Don't exist on this earth, especially that kind of crime. All right, you want to sling some shit. All right, you got to fucking go do some street battle, whatever the. Okay, I don't give a fuck. You're fucking beating up on women, beating up on people that can't defend themselves, both reputationally and in person, and doing sex crimes and doing nasty little snake shit. No. I'm not covered for that. I'll drive you to the jail without beating your ass, but we gotta go fucking talk to the cops, bro. What the fuck? What the fuck are you talking about? No, if I did something like that, report me. Report me. Yes, go talk to the cops. What the fuck? All the way. Jesus fucking Christ. Ugh. Either way, Update has retained Andrew Bretler. Bretler has been the lawyer for Prince Andrew, royal family pedophile, if I remember correctly. UK people can correct me. Bill Cosby, date rapist, occasional pederast? I believe he slept with some under 18 ladies. Roofing, date rapist. One of the most prolific Hollywood rapists in the history of America. 50-year history, I think it was. 40 to 50-year history of drugging and raping women. Reported all the way down the line and quashed because of his good name. By the way, so, really, like, in great company. And Danny Masterson from That 70s Show. Another one who I think was actually reported at the time. I mean, pretty much all of these probably were to some degree. Prince Andrew, as I recall, was in league with Jimmy Savile. And one of the reasons that Jimmy Savile, the notorious ultra predator who started up a children's charity in Britain in order to, basically have like a butcher's market, right? It was like he had a meat market for children that he could fuck by having like a bunch of victimizable tots brought before him. So everyone gives you a little prize for being so good to kids. And then you get to take one of them home and fuck them. Prince Andrew, yeah, like a prince, like, yeah, like not the crown prince, but the prince of fucking Wales, maybe, or whatever the fuck you guys call it. With him hanging out. He's the reason that Jimmy Savile got a bunch of fucking like recommendations and shit, and they partied together. They all know the Epstein. It's the greater Epstein Island cinematic fucking universe was the Seville Island first. I think actually Seville had an island too. They have islands. Rich sex freaks trying to get away with it. Bill Cosby trying to get away with it, getting away with it for forever because people just want to like, nah, man, you can't act like that. It's all it takes. You just have to fuck up the vibe. No, ew. Well, he's got a career and a family. I don't fucking care what the fuck. What, if she got nobody, okay. Swing. All right, I'll go fucking hang out with old dipshit. If she's lying, I'll be mad at her a little bit. But we're going to figure it the fuck out. Like, you got to give me all the way down. All the way down to the fucking nub. Prove it to me. How about that? Beyond a shadow of a doubt in that direction as well. Oh, no, wait, hold on now. That's a woman, though. This guy's got a family to feed. He's a really respected member of the community. Over and over and over again, and then everyone pretends it's different because it's your guy this time. He's not like Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby got away with it longer. Well, he's not like Jimmy Savile. Jimmy Savile did kids. He's not like Danny Masterson. Danny Masterson made so much more money. You know what I mean? Like, he's in a much more vulnerable position. Like, no, man, it's a retinue. It's a pattern. Your primate brain that's freaking the fuck out is doing pattern recognition to keep you from harm. This is the moment. This is the actual moment where you get to listen to your gut and say, okay, so it actually probably is all true. Well, yeah, including the part that he admitted to already, yes. And probably maybe worse stuff happened. No reason not to believe it did. But like his reputation could get hurt. He should have thought of that before he did this stuff. He's a millionaire. If he wants his reputation to get better, he can pay for advertising and start a charity or whatever. He'll go to rehab. All right. No, so we see it like at the very worst when you start talking about it. You're like, do you ever notice how easy it is to stop talking about the victim? You really got to hit that hard again. All of this is like we're so concerned about it. God, Destiny. He has so much to lose here. And the victim, well, I guess what? It already got taken away from her. Her trust, her youth, her sense of being, her privacy. any pretense in giant sections of the online community that she's not some sort of sex worker or whatever the fuck. They're gonna lie about her. Never talk about that. We'll never do it. And understand, you got to keep this pattern in your mind, because even if you don't believe me now, because he's your guy or whatever, you'll see it again. We're not done. We're not done at all. This isn't over. There's going to be more and more down the line. And the first place you should look is all the people who are really like, come on now. He's got a family to feed. Hey, guys make mistakes. Yeah, well, when I make a mistake, I fix it. I use the eraser. I admit it. Talk to people about it. Tyler, did you take out the trash? Fuck, I forgot. 2 days in a row. I'm an idiot. I'm really sorry. I'm going to go take it out now. Fuck. Took the trash out, right? What did he do? She's an extortionist. The Groomer Defense League co-chair, President Sunday, was correct. She's out for my money. She doesn't care about this. You know what? She was just trying to think of her own interests. What's wrong with her and what's right with me? Think of all the things that I did good. Come on. Now, I know this all literally happened only because of things I intentionally did with full knowledge of the stakes as a man in his 30s and then older. And I don't really have almost anything but a gigantic money cushion to land on at the end of it. But consider the things that I did good and all of the risks to me before you go and make some sort of hasty judgment about my sex crimes I literally admitted to. I'm in good company with a lot of men who were fucking ruined by accusations like this. Louis C.K.'s life was destroyed. He did jerk off in front of those women, and actually that was fucking weird as shit. And also, he's still just really respected in the comedy community. He made so much money, he doesn't need to do anything anymore. He doesn't have a real job. He just pays for additional money to come his way by doing something called investing. He's actually completely fine, but his life was destroyed. People don't like him anymore because of that thing he did. But it was a lot, wasn't it? Like, he lost a lot of money. He still had plenty after, but like, consider the difficulties I might have to go through. I have a kid. You can imagine what this could do when my kid finds out about it. If she keeps raising her mouth about it, he'll find out. And then what will he think about this thing that I intentionally did, knowing the risks, knowing the damage it would cause to other people? But consider my side of the story. I want you to think about how often that'll happen. And understand, you are talking to a fucking animal when that occurs. You really are. People's your response, if you're on the other side, is you're going to be like, well, who's not going to defend themselves? People will defend themselves. But you got to know, when you start seeing guilt, it is what it is, okay? People that feel bad break down. It crushes them. It kills them. They've been holding on to it for years because they feel guilty about it. They weren't getting away with it. They were holding on to it. Getting away with it, when you stop, turns into, it's irritation, right? It's the end of a streak. You had a streak going. God damn it. It's God damn it. And let me get back on the horse and ride, okay? I had a streak going. When you're guilty because you know you did a wrong thing and you feel bad, it's relief. I did do it. It was me. I'm sorry. I don't know what to do about this. I don't know what to do. I always thought, and now, but that's what guilt is. Guilt is the mark of somebody that can be fixed and changed. Frustration, irritation, inconvenience. Fucking all of this to me, that is a streak being broken. That's getting away with it. Oh, what did you do? Oh, well, somebody made a complaint against me, so I made sure that I hired 15 lawyers and sent a series of cease and desist. I told that fucking bitch she said one more fucking thing about me and my family. Oh, God, I would fucking drag her through the streets. She would wish she was all the way. You ever see that reaction? Isn't that strange? Would you do that? Some fucking random person? Like, oh, hey, this person committed a crime against me, blah, blah, blah. I would try to figure out what the fuck you're talking about. Well, I guess we have to figure it out. Fuck. What is it? Or is it completely insane? I don't even know that guy. I don't know that girl. I literally don't know this person. This is ridiculous. There's no evidence. Then all of a sudden there's evidence. All of a sudden everyone goes, oh, what about him? 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 And you're like, all of a sudden you forget, like, what the fuck was this chick's name? Who is this lady? Who's this guy? Who is this kid? Who is this person? The whole thing is, how much do we need to forgive this man for this indiscretion? And it happens again and again. And I'm like getting older, and it's more frustrating every time, because the further I get away from the age where you make mistakes about other people's boundaries and consent and their feelings and how to deal with that, the less forgivable the actual excesses become, to the point of psychosis. We were like, dude, was I being just lied to by men my age now when I was a kid? Like, what the fuck were those guys talking about? What did they do that? You know what I mean? Are they just cheating all the time? Like, did these guys have sex with girls that are like in high school in their 30s? Like, you guys actually like drove past high schools and picked up girls and then like gave them alcohol and fucked them? Like, that, you're a pedophile. Like, no, it was a different time. Like, what was different? Why did you have to buy him alcohol? What the fuck happened? It's a weird world. It's got to get better. It's hard because you got to kill people's buzz. You got to be a buzzkill. Sorry. I know someone may have gotten sexually assaulted. Maybe a bunch of people. Maybe even murdered. Who knows? And it's hard to be a buzzkill, especially when you're a guy. You know, you don't want to fuck up other people's good time. Fuck me, you know. Hey, we're all just hanging out. Talking about this time that this chick got drunk and, you know, we took pictures of her while she was naked and shared them everywhere. Like, oh, why'd you do that? That's fucking rape. What did I do? Come on now. You're throwing that word around. What the fuck? Like, I think you might have raped that girl. And then you got to be the bad guy. Oh, shit. Look, I'm the fucking asshole. I said the scary word, right? Everyone else is fine. It's normal. Come on, dude. Fuck off. This bullshit. You know? I think it's strange. I'm worried about the women that are in my personal life. You know, I'm not trying to get laid. This isn't, I know that's going to be the thing. Hey, what are you trying to shim me sort of male feminist? Nah, bro. I think you're fucking gross. I think your conduct is disgraceful and unbecoming of men. I got nothing else. I don't want any credit for the bar. What do you mean? Dude, yeah, I get credit for being against sexual assault the same way I get credit for changing my fucking underwear. There's nothing brave about it, dipshit. These people are fucking gross. I'm sorry, I'm getting off on a tangent. I'm still irritated about the Destiny thing. I know. How could you be irritated about something so small? It's just a psychotic, it's Muppet World level made up. Like, you used to see this shit in these British fucking cartoons where it was all half stop motion and paper cutouts and stuff. The Snoglings said that in the year 2022. I'm just doing Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. In the year 222222, and it was more common for a man to say, I was just playing around. And any woman who didn't have at least 16 videos of the internet was considered a whore. And boy, oh boy, did society flourish. A lot of new children and a lot of missing women. Like, you're like, what the fuck is this? What is this made up goofy shit? And then you live too long and you're like, are we just doing Terry Pratchett now? What the fuck is this? This is too goofy. You're like, are we doing Terry Pratchett now? And then they go, did you hear about Neil Gaiman? You're like, oh, fuck me, man. Like, no, I don't even want to. I don't want to cover it. Cut it out. Stop doing it. Stop. For the next generation, all right? We're all fucked up. We're pieces of shit. Okay, we can just say the 90s were stupid and we're all filth. Just give it to the next generation of kids and stop making excuses. God damn it. A lot of them are, yeah, especially back in the day. Days of Confused pointed that out and went over a lot of people's heads. A lot of men considered it a badge of honor banging an 18 to 19-year-old or younger. Ugh. Imagine the end of the Telltale Heart was, yeah, I killed my dad and carved his heart out from his chest, but I had a good thing going. Also, his eyes were weird. I mean, come on. His eyes was weird. Yeah, his eyes was weird. He really was asking for it. Mr. Butler has applied the so-called character assassination technique to defend his clients and try to discredit accusers. Okay, here we go. We got the world's best victim blamer. Jesus Christ, like, bro, these people gotta get destroyed, annihilated. This is what I'm telling you, bro. I gotta fucking get it. I gotta do like 2 other things, and then I'm gonna fight Daniel Green. If you're out there, you can clip this and send it to him. I'm not done with you. You're not done hearing about the whole Naomi King thing. I don't give a fuck. You're not done with that. I'm promising you guys. People keep asking. It takes me forever to get this stuff because I'm so fucking busy. That's going to come back up well ahead. You think that Madison girl that you never fucking addressed is an issue. Wait till you have a me. I'm a white guy and I'm better looking than you. People will listen to what I say like crazy. Oh, what, the fucking square-headed veteran has something to say about this? Well, let us all stop and listen. He's not some fucking hysteric chick. I'm going to use my fucking demon powers for good. You're going to be right. Oh, I look forward to seeing you. I'm still pissed about that one. I don't give a shit about the clapback. Or I'm going to unfollow you. I don't think that, I don't know. I've done some of this in my past. Are you saying that I was possibly a sex criminal as well? Well, I don't like the way you're looking at me. Bro. Feels better if you just admit it. You don't have to even necessarily go to jail. Just don't do that thing. It actually was that bad. He called Bryan Singer's rape accuser paranoid, delusional, and needy. And in Danny Masterson's case, said those accusing the actor and the Church of Scientology of harassment and stalking had paranoid delusions. People say that about me. Gaslighting. He used the novel legal technique of gaslighting. In his failed efforts to have Prince Andrew's civil case dropped, he said Miss Guffrey, I'm going to say that's Guffrey, just wants another payday. Oh, man, is this kind of like, have you heard this? I know we're talking about Destiny, but, other D names. Does this sound familiar to you at all? Like, that's strange, right? Well, it's no coincidence. I mean, in this case, it was true. Well, it's just true. I mean, those other people, sure, but not the one I supported. In this case, it's just true. Could not be. Why am I doing fucking Jimmy Stewart? I couldn't have been a rapist. That was mean. What if I was too? Well, I guess you might have to jump off that bridge. The same court document referred to several tabloid newspaper articles in which former friends of Miss Guffrey called her a money-hungry sex kitten. I did not pre-read this. It's just this obvious. The judge refused to include the article in his considerations. Certificate of Andrew B. Bretler, Esquire. I've studied local rules. I'm gonna be. Oh, bro, my man is a fucking sex offender like world. Dude. If you're on the bar in Cali, fucking New York, and New Jersey, you are up to mischief. This lawyer is up to fucking mischief. An actual true shark. What a fucking nut. I've studied the rules of the local rules of the United States District Court and for the Southern District of Florida. My man said, yeah, I go anywhere. I said this to some rando in the fucking Daniel Green thing. I was like, oh, you sound like a traveling rape apologist. And then this guy's actually got the CV for it. Traveling rape apologist. Traveling victim blamer is fucking crazy. Oh my God. All these districts, Cali, New York. Everywhere where there's some entertainer, some wealthy entertainer rapist, he is there. The Destiny's going to be the not guilty one at the end of all this. I'm sure. And now this reputational stain needs to be permanent, and it needs to be inked in the darkest of inks. Just permanently fuck a scarlet letter for the lady where you can get some new color. Very bad color. It's going to be blue. Cobalt blue. The cobalt blue letter, it's a big D for Destiny, a big D for dumb fucking sex criminal. He's a dumbass. D for Destiny, the blue D. Blue D sounds like an ED pill. I'm not going to be here. No. Okay, so we're out here. Oh, and this is just additional stuff. It's not much of an update. I just really want to hammer that home, and I'm going to repeat the whole thing every fucking time. Pixie does have a fundraiser in here. https www.givesingos.com/suedestiny. I will throw this in the episode description. I don't know where this money's going to go or if it'll work. All my best to Pixie. Everything I've seen, Pixie's completely in the fucking right on this and was wronged inside and fucking out over this entire thing. It's actually to the point of absurdity. Like the point of insanity. And really just as a fucking parting shot, people are like, why are you talking about this? Do you watch you ever stay focused? Because I think all these people are interconnected. Note the absolute lack of coverage about this from Bosch. I don't know if he said anything at all, but for a guy who was ostensibly in the Destiny needs to be blah, 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 we're enemies and shit. This is the moment you were supposed to hit hard if you have a personal problem with somebody. And this is the sort of thing you're supposed to have a personal problem with. So why Vosh is not constantly talking about the Destiny issues should make you be extremely curious as to what goes on in his personal life as well. Especially considering we already know what some of his friends are up to. See? Well, I mean, he is a sex pest himself. And you got the Demon Mama thing and the Destiny thing. I mean, how many more cards do you need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5, 8. Very suspicious. Suspicious people, suspicious behavior, strange human beings, disreputable freaks. I don't like these people, and I don't like them being any closer to my elected representatives and my electorate than me. That's right. People are like, this is lefty on left. There's nothing leftist about these people. Okay? Harming workers and then using your capital to get away with it is not, it's kind of in the name, what a leftist does. It's not what you do. You do not use your influence and hierarchy to abuse workers, which women are. All of them, pretty much, to a percentage of error that is almost non-existent, right? So Pixie, for sure, worker, right? Deserves rights. Doesn't matter if Pixie's a leftist or not. I think that workers deserve rights. And so using your power as a capital holder in order to influence other people and the decisions that they might make in order to allow you to victimize a worker, you're not a leftist. You're antithetical to everything I believe. You need to be destroyed because you're on my side doing it. You're worse than the other side. They can be talked to. There's a consideration there. They hopefully don't know the actuality of it yet. They don't know the truth. They don't understand the value. They're mixed up. You are using my system in order to victimize the people I am most concerned about, which is most all of them, the worker, using the tools of the capitalist. For this, you must be annihilated. Sorry, that's me getting as militant as I do. I know every once in a while people are like, I think you're a lib. I'm like, I think I hide my power level. But it is what it is. It's fine. Either way. I find him disgusting. I find his progeny disgusting. And understand, the entirety of the big three exists because Destiny made them. And so we've got to figure out a way to cut them free. And anyone that acts like that has to go as well. It doesn't matter how big or small they are. That kind of sweeping needs to be observed full force. If you have anybody raises an issue from a worker against somebody who is a capital holder, a true capital holder, really high up, money, you got to give them like 16 shades of doubt. You know what I mean? Against the worker, because they're a fucking worker. They don't have the ability to do shit. Their imperfect life will be held against them to a higher standard than the other person's life ever will be. The other person's going to be given a million fucking outs. Do that to me. Do that to everybody. Do that constantly. That is how you keep your nose clean in this fucking game. That's what's missing. That's why nobody trusts us when we say we want certain things that would be better for everybody, because we have demon mamas and Voshes, and more importantly, the underlings underneath them, the Alex Gunters, the, I believe, fucking Riverboat Jack swept for Demon Mama, and all of those people that are side to side there as well. Disgraceful, disreputable, disgusting, because you're not doing the thing you're supposed to do, which is worker solidarity. Worker solidarity is more than just I went out to sit on a picket line. It's if I see a capitalist and I see a worker and I see blood on the worker's hands, I'm going to assume the blood's there for a good reason until I have a shadow of a doubt saying it's not. If I have some woman accuse a rich guy of something, well, he's got the money to hire the fucking rape attorney. Okay, he's got the official royal family rape attorney on fucking speed dial. I'm going to listen to the lady until there's beyond a shadow of a doubt that you can prove she's lying. Why not? Why not go that way too? That's a crime, isn't it? Shadow of a doubt, all that stuff. Oh, that's what I want. I wanted you to go all the way to court. Really? You want to go all the way to court? No subpoena power, no investigative power. I can't drag anyone in for a deposition. But we're going to go all the way to court standards. So can I go the other way? How about I don't believe you that she's lying until you prove that to me beyond a shadow of a doubt? Wait, what the you can't do that. She's a woman. Every fucking time. That's what it is. they're punching up because this person has something that they want. Okay, well, we all want that because we're workers, right? Are you on my side? Do I have to sing the fucking song? Which side are you on? Which side are you on? That's what I want to hear. If I hear somebody that's a working class person says something about a rich person, I'm on their side first and foremost. Raw. Okay. See what happened. Oh, I don't know. This guy, this Ouija fella, might have killed this fucking healthcare CEO. He's rich and shit. Okay, well, we'll see. If he did it, good. And if he didn't, he didn't. You know what I mean? That's the fucking energy I want in here. I want you to support each other. What the fuck's happening? All the way down. All the way down. Okay, figure it out. Get in there. What the fuck happened? What is it? What really occurred? Who am I listening to? Who am I hearing this from? How do you know? You don't get that. All of a sudden, it's just like, I don't know, bud. I don't know, bud. Seems like a liar to me. I don't know. How do you know? Why do you trust that so much and not the other way? People got you with that fucking Amber Heard shit. I fucking believe the goddamn Amber Heard pooped in the Johnny Depp bed until last year when somebody showed me conclusive proof it didn't happen. Just because I wanted it to be true. I thought it'd be fucking funny. Didn't realize I was being used to abuse a lady. Like, well, fuck me, really? Like, they're like, oh yeah, he's just a heroin addict and he's a little insane and violent. Oh, okay. What about her? Oh, she's just imperfect. Fuck, really? She didn't poop on the bed? The dog pooped on the bed. Why would she poop on the bed? I don't know. Hollywood people. Would you wanted to believe that about her? Yeah. What does that say about you? I don't know, and I don't want to fucking do too much more introspection. I feel really bad now. That's how it is. Speaking of politics, Destiny dismissed Bernie's speech because he mentioned how billionaires are bad. It's pretty important to remember he has never matured remotely. He'll likely get coke money soon. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if he already has some. I've said this since like the summer that his and Loner Box's fucking numbers felt inflated anyway with this Israel-Palestine shit. And then if you fucking smack with them, you have a bunch of fucking people that can barely write real English talking to you. And I'm like, bro, I'm in America, right? So I know y'all ain't Americans. Bro, this isn't the look. This isn't the good look. Even your... It just sounds like Borat. Even your comment section is against you. You do not look very good, my friend. Another terrorist. Why don't you go back to Palestine? Like, what the fuck is this shit? You guys are you guys on the take? And I think, yeah, the fucking ADL's probably, or not the ADL. Man, I mean, IPAC. Probably just raw ass from Mossad. Just people are paying them for fucking coverage. I think that's happening everywhere on YouTube. It's the most obvious shit in the world. If you ever worked in fucking media at all, you're like, okay, all of you guys are just suddenly on the same page with the exact same facts. Where did you do the research? Oh, sorry. None of you ever cite anything. You just say shit. Okay, so you're all just reading off the same exact press release, aren't you? Like, this shit's not new. I've seen it for years. I saw it in school. They told us, like, don't do this because you'll look like an asshole if you engage in it. Everyone will catch you and no one will take you seriously. And then we have the internet. It's like, oh, fuck. Well, there you go. It's the same thing. I noticed it with fucking commentary. I was like, oh, this is why this fucking Mudahar likes this shit. You guys have pre-made stories and he can just take it from you and run it. Raw. He just goes and rereads the same story. You guys have one doc that's put together and then they take it and go. And that's why I hear the same sentences at times from you guys. That's why you're so upset about plagiarism and worried about people talking about it. It's because you're putting out the same content. You're just reading it different and putting on different splash effects between sets. You know what I mean? Like, it's very obvious. So you can take advantage of that same system and just seed ideas into it, which people tell you, Tyler, you're crazy for thinking that. I'm like, why do you think I'm crazy for thinking about doing a thing that the CIA literally has an entire department for? The FBI has entire departments for. Every media company has a fucking a PR company to some degree. Every fucking oil company is a PR company. They call you if you make small mistakes. Hey, can you keep yourself on message? We want to make sure everybody knows the way that our company's name is spelled. I think Gramulia, you're actually like we're a bit higher in circulation. How did you ever get the emails from random fucking law departments? Like, I don't know if you know this, but TriStar Pictures is always spelled without a hyphen. It's TRI capital STAR. And not the other way around. Just helping you stay on track. If you wouldn't mind issuing a correction about that. Like, dude, you get that shit all the time. They're constantly trying to influence shit. If they can bypass an editorial department that has any sense of scruples or like paying attention to shit, they're going to walk right past you and be like, oh shit, I can go to fucking Spicy Chat, create a fake fucking Discord name, have 3 people sock puppeting to each other, do the same thing on Kiwi forums with 3 other different names, and then start a whole story. I hope nobody's been doing that in the background and tricking anyone. All I got to do is put a few super chats in to get someone to start talking about a political thing. Do you know how cheap it would be to influence opinion in these subsections of the internet? Especially considering everybody's so lazy, they pass stories all the way up to somebody like Mudahar. If you did get the right headshot, right there, at the right time, you have someone small cover it, some small commentary fucko. It goes to Chud or it goes to Nick. Whoop, whoop. Then from there, if that's okay, it gets accelerated up. Tom will cover it, maybe Willie Mac, maybe one of these other middling sized channels. And then from there, and this happens in a bunch of different directions, from there, what? Oh shit. All of a sudden Wendigoon's covering it. All of a sudden you got Mudahar on it. Oh my God, it got all the way up to Charlie instantaneously. Everybody's talking about this. I saw this on a small channel yesterday. I wonder how it happened, because they're all in the same fucking chat rooms. And if they see the fucking views play on that story here, they're going to watch the views play on that story too. And all it takes to get the views up is a little bit of bot action for one story. From outside. Ka! What'd you do? I bot viewed that. 10,000 up. 10,000 up on one story on a channel that normally only gets like 6,000 or 7,000 per views. I botted him up 10K, so he's at 16. What happened there? Well, the bigger guy covered it. When the bigger guy covered it, it seemed more interesting. Might not be his biggest story, but the other guy did it. I botted his. So this guy just thinks that he's fucking bad at work. I botted this guy's instead. Now, boom, firework goes off. And then you get everybody covering the same thing. People are like, that's crazy. That would never work. Bro, they do that to normal news stations. They just buy the station first. It's cheaper to do it this way. I'm telling you.
Hope you enjoyed your time on the West Side.